Welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles, brought to you by incredible heat that I am so tired of feeling. Incredible heat. Move to Northern California, they said. The climate's lovely. Yeah, they lied. It's not lovely here. It's hot as hell. I could do without. Awesome. So here we are. I have some nice ominous music going for y'all. Hope you're enjoying it. Trying to be a little bit more epic. Last time we were here, you guys made, I would say, short work of some spiders in the bilge of this airship that you found yourself on. Highlights of that battle was, I think, Glory riding the spider. Pretty fantastic. But you've made your way back upstairs, and lo and behold, I'm sorry, you didn't even make your way back upstairs. You were called upstairs because Salem sent a little bat signal down and mentioned that something was afoot. And as you came to the deck of the ship, you were being approached by something that looks like an air tank. It's sort of a smaller version of what you have, but it seems to be outfitted with a little bit more weaponry. So if you're into maneuverability and blowing shit up, it's probably for you. If you're into hauling things and cruising, kind of like a retirement RV, the airship is for you. You do you. Nonetheless, you engaged with the ship. There were, I think, 7 cultists on the ship. 4 of those cultists have boarded the ship you're on, per the direction of what seems to be the leader, sort of piloting the airship. Interestingly, one of those 4 cultists that have entered your ship seems to be defecting. Whether or not they defect to your party or whether they just are defecting out of the cult remains to be seen. You haven't had a lot of time to kick back, grab a nail and a scone, and discuss your family lore and histories. That'll probably unfold later. But right now, you have a problem to solve. You have the problem of 3 cultists who don't look overly strong on your ship, and 3 cultists who, given their red robes, seem a little bit more powerful on the airship. Any questions? Comments? Comments?
I have 2 monitors now. I have my laptop and then another, and it's much better.
There you go. That's what's important. I'm glad that you are hooked up. Today's episode, by the way, is Season 3, Episode 6. Air Tank, No Thanks, I think is the title that I came up with. So, party members. Tyros is typically the leader. You guys voted him to lead the squad. I don't think I've used the phrase squad before. It's like you guys are Swifties. But anyway, you voted that he lead the squad. However, he's not here in person today. Right now we have 2 aways. We have both Glory, who's hanging out with some fun people, and we have Tyros, who's also hanging out with some fun people. None of those fun people are you guys. So we can group control their characters. I'm happy to do so. However, I would like to know who your proxy leader is. Who's your second in command? Because quite honestly, when we stall, that's the person who's going to have to make a call.
Yeah, I'll take over today.
It is Tempe. All right, Tempe. So, you notice that Tyros is a little quiet today, contemplative, really not leading. So, as assistant leader, you decide to sort of step up. You are going to be the Riker of the team, and anyone who's smiling, I assume, got that reference. Thank you very much. What is so rally your team? What is your plan?
Right. So these guys have seen through our costumes. They're going to search the deck and find all of their dead fellow cultists. I say we jump ship. Tough.
Yeah. I feel like
we'd be happy to help you defect.
Thank you. I'm so excited to hear that. I feel like, in the spirit of transparency, you should know I don't know how to fly either ship. But I have great smashing abilities. Lots I can bring to the team. So
Let's kill all of these and get 2 ships. We could have an armada.
That we can't fly, but I'm still
Right.
in.
It's okay.
Or right,
We'll
we
figure
can't
it out.
fly. We can't fly this ship. I think we'd have a better shot at flying the ship you arrived on.
We still got the guy tied to the back. He might be able to tell us how to fly.
They're gonna find him. He doesn't know how to fly this ship. If you don't remember, Dinjarin.
I don't remember
So
much.
if
I'm
we
sorry.
go over to the other ship as your hostages, we can position ourselves to take the other ship and break off from this one. I'm curious to know what Spanky thinks because he does want us to get to a destination.
Yes, yeah. Look, we don't have time to go into details. Happy to share soon. But the end game for me was to get you guys to Daggerford. It's on the Sword Coast. It's off to the west, about as far west as you go before you find yourself wet. Haha. Anywho, my guess is that's where this ship is heading as well. We're to meet a liaison there, but I can share details. I can share details as time permits. Until that moment.
All right.
Until that moment, we have some things to do.
Right. I think the first thing is to take out the weapons on this new ship and worry less about the guys who are going below deck. So let's hop over there under the guise of being your prisoners.
So you guys are in robes. Let's not forget. Meant to give you guys switchable tokens. Toph, on your end, if you right click your character, you will see a little star with like swirlies around it. Do you see that?
Sorry, I'm trying to find my character.
Oh, you're the red cloaked dude right in the middle of all the people.
Okay. Isn't it letting me click?
And right click, if you're on a Mac, a right click is 2 fingers, right? So.
Seems to be ignoring my clicks.
Use your trackpad if you have it.
Do have.
Yeah, I see your mouse moving. And can you right click over your character? You may have to select it first. Oh, here's a question. In the upper left-hand corner is a little tool in the toolbar. Is the person selected and then the box with a little square box selected, like the selector box? Are those 2 things selected?
No, it was.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, you weren't in context. So now try.
Got it. Now, yeah, I got numbers. I got stuff.
Yeah, do you see a little icon on the right-hand side that looks like a little star with swirlies around it?
I do. Flip token.
Yeah, try and see what happens if you click it. Make sure it works.
Yeah,
look at that.
fun.
Yeah, so that's how you can take off your robes. But right now your robes are still on, unless you wanted to unrobe in front of everyone and expose, who you are. There you go.
Let's get crazy. Okay. I'll stay robed until we have an action plan.
Yeah, so
I can cast darkness on the other
you and your darkness. That'll be fun. You should do that. Real quick though, anyone who has disguises, let me know what those disguises are, and I can set that same thing up for you. So that's basically your token flip. It'll run through. It was only
Tyros and Wimpy were the only 2
Was
who
it?
had them.
Yeah, but if you guys have like, if you guys pick up like robes, like so now 2 of you have robes for Black Cultists, so I can make it so then whenever you want, you can put on your robes.
Right. So we could stack Tyros and myself in the back. Toph can lead, and then we can put the other prisoners in the middle as we board the other ship.
Yeah, and I think Tyros, just based on sort of the cursory conversations that David and I had, would, because you're still cultists and those other guys look low level, so sort of maybe pull them a deck below, right, and then dispatch of them. I could be wrong, but that was sort of what my gut said.
I'm in. My deception
let them
is
go
terrible.
below. All we have to do is get them off their guard so they're not ready with their weapons trained on us.
Yep.
Well, I will back up anything you want to say.
All right, so top over. You can say that you found these prisoners. The rest of the
Right.
cultists are investigating the ship and looking for the captain.
Right. So, just real quick clarification before we go. People in robes, am I pretending like I don't notice that the robes aren't real? Because I don't know if they notice. They might not. I could just tell.
Right, that's why Tyros and I, who are in disguise, will be in the back. So we'll be the last
Cool.
that they see.
All right, cool. So I shout over to the other airship and I'm like, "Hey, we have some prisoners you're gonna want to talk to. We're coming over."
Okay, so you guys are gonna. So I need to know. I want to know what the whole party's doing just before we do too much more. So some of you are going to the other airship as prisoners. Is the whole party going? Who's? I mean, is
I think the whole group, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole party.
Yep, I think that was the plan.
let's do that, and then we can, you know, distance attack the others when they come back up.
okay?
Yeah, I love it. Maybe even use the weapons on the other ship.
All right. Awesome. So I'm gonna open up. Are you? So you're calling over to those guys, right? First.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's do this in character.
Hey, fellas, you better talk to these guys. We found some people with some information you're gonna want to hear.
Who specifically?
Well, I think his name was Jim, but I'm telling you, this is crazy.
I tell you what. Bring Jim over and we'll have a nice chat.
All right,
I'll
I'm gonna
send-
need help. I'm bringing these two guys to help me get Jim over. Come on, Jim.
All right, I'll call back the other cultists. Everyone rally back with the group.
Can they hear him? Like, does he have whisper or something? Or is he just yelling really loud?
He's just yelling really, really loud, right? So, and he's within range of them hearing. So these little guys come back, right?
So me and
And-
Toph are gonna take Spanky over, or no, not
right.
Spanky, Dinjarin.
Okay, so this Dinjarin and
Who's gonna be Jim?
and Tempe,
I
right?
think we can.
Dinjarin's Jim.
Okay.
All right,
I
so
You
hear what
guys
Jim
can
has
take
to
out
say.
these cultists here.
All right, so you guys.
Do I cast darkness? Do I do it? What do I do? Should I do it?
Hold on.
No.
Well, it's up to you because we can't talk anymore.
So you guys are I'm sorry, you guys are flanking the wrong person. Hold on, let me put you on. So
Yeah.
you guys are flanking Dinjarin. Toph to the right, Tempe to the left. Down below, these guys have sort of regrouped around you. You know, just as directed. And as they get up close, this is for Alexandria Glory, Stephanos, and Tyros. Yeah, these are definitely more acolytes. Like they're not very formidable, right? The five of you. Oh, and also Salem is invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me throw Salem on so we don't forget about that little dude. Salem. Right. There's Salem. All right. You guys could easily take them, right? I'm wondering if Glory wouldn't send Salem invisible over to the other.
That's what I was thinking she would do, just to make sure she has
Yeah.
an understanding of what's going on the other boat too.
Yeah, and I would wager that Salem would end up sort of over here, invisible. Salem has a pretty awesome stinger. Depending on how powerful the marksman is, versus the cult leader. Like the cult leader is probably more formidable. Salem could maybe make quick work of one of those guys. So you've sort of divided the cultists up. You sort of have them at least toe to toe. If you do the math, from a numbers game, pretty equal. But from an abilities, perspective, intuitively, that sort of you can dispatch the 3 cultists on the ship pretty readily, right? So you kind of have an advantage if it comes down to a fight. But it may not come down to a fight. It depends on how you guys want to play this. Which is my question.
Coming down to a fight. Toph doesn't
Yeah,
have
we
any.
tend to smite. Smite first, talk later.
All right. Cool.
As I get dragged
So-
over to the ship, I just say, "You get nothing out of me. See, nothing."
Yeah. So
Do a little
this is
cagney.
Jim. He knows stuff about an impending attack that you're gonna want to hear. Just you gotta come real close, because we're gonna tell you.
Seems to me as if you're telling me what to do, and I may have to put you back in your place.
Oh, okay. Can I give him a glare that's meant to be like, I respect you, but don't push me too far, kind of intimidation glare?
Yeah, absolutely. He has a steely look, back at you. Their hierarchy is clearly a very real, important thing to this cult, and you are not equals. And his look back to you, reminds you of that. As a matter of fact, it sends a bit of a shiver up your spine, right? Because you reflect on just how hard it's been to get out of this cult, right? And one of the reasons is they don't take kindly to deserters, nor to people who challenge the status quo.
Right on.
God, I hate it.
Well, I'm gonna shove Jim at the cult leader.
Okay, in a
Tell him, kneel, you cur.
Okay, got it. All right. And Dinjarin, are you gonna play along, or do we need to roll to see if this succeeds?
Yeah, I'll play along.
All right. So, Tempe, you shove Dinjarin. Right. Is that about right where you want to put him?
Yeah.
All right. These guys still, this marksman to the right of Toph still is sort of trained on the party with this ballista. As you get up, you see it's a pretty formidable, crossbow, honestly. The other marksman is sort of aimed at you, and you realize that these ballistas aren't really movable, so he's not gonna really be able to spin that thing around, right? It has limited aiming ability, right? So you guys are sort of at a standoff, right? You've got a group down below, and then, as mentioned, the only thing that they would need to worry about tactically, from what you've just learned, is the marksman to your right. So he could potentially get off a couple of shots at the party.
Oh no, he's not going to.
Wayne.
I have a plan.
Oh, and Tempe, when you shoved Dinjarin, where did you want to be? Did you want to stay where you were, like just arms, or did you want to do a full body shove and move closer?
No, just arms.
All right, there you are. All right, so here's where we are. What I need to know from you is, are you attacking? If so, I'll put you in combat and give you advantage, because they will not be expecting this. If you're not, if you're trying to negotiate or you want to do some conversation first, let me know. And Tempe, you are the boss.
No.
All right. So so this is just going to be a blind attack. All right. And I'm here's how I'm going to play this. So Alexandria, you hear Tempe, you see this what's sort of unfolding, off on the ship, right? And then you hear Tempe scream, "Now." So as sort of the proxy leader down there, which is your fault for having your video on, so thank you, because you were top of mind. You're gonna lead the southern group. So when he says "now," do you know what that means? What is your plan for the south? And by the way, my assumption would be, from a flanking perspective, as you were surrounded, you would, be squaring up to the people that were surrounding you. Right? You're not going to be surrounded all aiming inward like that. So what's your plan, Alexandria? And, and you're muted, by the way, if you're
I
talking.
think I would probably. I feel like if I step forward, then we're totally flanking Spanky, and we can get a smite in.
So step forward as in towards the cultist to the east? This guy over here?
I will rotate my owl body to the north, and then take
Right.
one step forward. So,
All right. So I'll place you. So this is all unfolding. Oh, someone's going potty. This is unfolding while this happens. So yeah. So then this cultist is gonna adapt a little bit. Stefanos, what about you? Hello.
Sorry.
Stefano
sorry.
seems lined up nicely. Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Sorry,
everything looks good.
We dispatching these?
I'm sorry.
Killing them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn you up. I can't hear you.
You're cutting out. Yeah.
Oh. Not sure, but I'm gonna hit this guy.
All right. So you're gonna hit the guy to the south. All right. So you guys hear Tempe scream now, which means I need to take all of you. Oh, it's about time, by the way. And put you into battle. And let's roll initiative. Ooh, we have a crit initiative. It is your turn. It's your turn. So many turns.
It is your turn. It's your turn.
I thought it would
is
normally
your
pop up a
turn.
window. Where do I go to roll a die?
Oh, hold on, a scream. Is anyone else? It's screaming. It's your turn like 1,000 times. Yeah. So look in the chat window, or I'm sorry, look in the combat window. So in the upper right hand corner, there's a chat. Next to it are 2 swords. Click that, and it'll be a combat encounter thing. And that doesn't pop out until I hit begin combat. So you need to roll initiative first.
Got it.
So you should see that little dice in the next to Toph. Just click that die, and that'll pop up the window.
And then do we have advantage on this?
What's that?
Do we have advantage on this? Advantage on this?
You're all gonna take, once you're in combat, you're all gonna actually take you're all gonna bubble up to the top based on your stack rank. That makes sense to you. All right, so you've done that. Then I hit. Oh, it's already begun combat. Well, that's good. All right, so let me stack you guys to the top for this round. So Dinjarin, and then Stefanos, and then looks like Glory, and then Toph, and then Salem.
So, Stefanos, no pressure for your upcoming turn, but I will say that, on a scale of 1 to 43, I'm feeling about 15 bad. So if you've got, some healing to do, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And then we go.
I'll take my turn on that.
It is your turn. It is your turn.
All right, so Tyros is up first. Tempe has screamed now, which is I don't know. It's a pretty lazy call to action. Not very exciting, but now works. Let's put on a little bit of epic battle music. There we go. So Tyros is at the top of the stack. So Tyros is going to target the cultist to the northeast. Ooh, that is maybe a little more intense than I expected.
And I think he has a sneak attack feature, which gives him more dice, by the way. Just remember.
Would you want to? Did you want to control Tyros today? Since you probably know his characters better than I do.
If you want me to, I can.
I mean, I don't care either way.
No,
As long
I
as
was just-
as long as you guys
I just
remind
don't
me of
know-
stuff.
I just remember him always saying, "Oh, I get to use sneak attack because of different reasons."
Yeah.
All right, so to do sneak attack, I think that's sneak attack. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 3d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack. All right, so I think I attack first. I think I attack first, and you all are attacking with advantage. Don't forget. And then if he hits, then he gets sneak attack, and it rolls a extra damage. All right, so he's going to use his. What does he have here? That's equipped. Looks like it is his rapier, because he's too close for ranged. So with advantage. And not a crit, normal roll.
It is your turn. It is your turn.
And what happened to this guy? So the first thing that happens is this cultist wasn't expecting it, lifts his hand up, and why did Tempe turn into a bag of treasure? But I'll have to fix that. Puts his hand up, the rapier comes through, cuts off one of his fingers, but that's not a big deal because the rapier continues through his body cavity, slices him in half, a la Quentin Tarantino gore, and his corpse falls to the ground. And let's turn Tempe not into... There we go. All right, so that cultist, one hit, killed. I don't imagine he can use sneak attack on anyone else. There's no one within range anyway. So Tyros is feeling pretty good, but I think if I know Tyros, he would duck against this wall as close as he can get to be out of the range of the potential ballista that's up on the other deck, if it gets to that point.
Yeah, it's definitely an attack and hider type.
And that ends his turn. This brings us to Alexandria, who is hurting for certain. You find yourself next to a corpse.
Just like I like it. Yeah.
Oh, and we have a crit.
Yeah.
All right, so roll your crit damage, and then you're going to roll from the crit table.
Oh, very exciting.
I'm pretty sure that you're one hit killing this poor acolyte. You know, you look into his doe eyes, this misled youth, and for a moment you connect, because you two are all about the social connection.
Prone.
Did you roll the crit damage?
Not yet.
Yeah. So he will go prone, I'm pretty sure, regardless.
There we go.
Did you do crit damage, right?
Yeah.
Why is it not... Did you target it?
Yes.
So it doesn't show him as targeted. It shows that you've targeted Spanky.
Poor Spanky.
Whoops.
So you wanted to target... Were you not going to hit this guy, or where were you hitting? Were you hitting Spanky? All right. So then you need to move within melee range.
Or Spanky. I'm sorry, Spanky.
We knew.
You didn't do any damage to him yet, so that's good. So do I just need to do 9 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Or I'll just let you roll. It's fine. Is it not taking the damage off of him?
No.
All right, so I'm just going to take off 11 points of damage and move us forward. And I'm going to guess.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's changing you into a
Dead.
damn thing. I have to figure out why that keeps happening.
Ooh, I'm a loot bag.
You are a loot
Just
bag.
as I've always
You are
dreamed.
the loot.
I'm the loot. The real loot was the friends we made along the way. Well,
Hey, there you go. You've
I
now
look
one
into
hit
the
killed.
cultist's eyes and I say, and I look into his dead eyes and say, I know it was only a complicated series of socioeconomic factors that led you to go down this path, and know that I assign no moral judgment to your actions there, but by the grace of God, go I.
And the cultist reaction is,
I'm dead.
Yeah. So,
I'm so
you know, as the life melts away. Now, didn't you have multi attack? I thought you still had attack.
I do have multi-attack, but I don't know. He's dead.
But you had all of your movement left.
Yeah,
I mean,
I suppose I could have gone over. That's okay.
I can go back.
It is your turn.
There you go. If you want to finish.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and do your move.
Yeah. I'm getting a call from a telemarketer, sorry.
You want to get that? We can pause.
Oh yeah.
You're also targeting yourself right now.
Move closer towards me.
It says that movement is currently locked. Might be a me problem though.
You want to move to here?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I just got super laggy. There we go. So you don't have it targeted again. You need to target the cultist before you roll.
She did have it targeted.
I promise you I'm targeted it.
Oh.
Targeted.
Oh, weird.
I've got
Nice.
Didn't we have this
I
problem
like
last
don't
time?
think it's okay.
Little bit.
I like promise it's targeted. I'm sorry.
No, I think it must be an issue we're having.
All these crits wasted.
Yeah, so we just need you to roll damage on him.
Okay.
All right, so 10 damage, and
Yeah.
I'll do it manually. Aaron, we're like, we don't ever have tech support problems, and now two times in a row we've had tech support. So yeah, so this one you don't really make eye contact with. You just sort of make swift work. You sort of dispatch one person on the way to dispatching the second person, and turn
I'm
into a loot bag again. Yeah, that sounds like a meme. I'm a loot bag, and then that ends your turn. Yeah. So Dinjarin, you get to attack with advantage.
All right. Well, first I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this guy.
All right.
And
We
it's a
hope.
bonus action. So it's my bonus action. I'm going to cast it.
It's your turn.
Awesome. All right, so your targeting's working. I don't know what's going on with Alexandria.
Then I'm going to attack him with my maul, and I'm going to use a special ability. And I get to do it with advantage, you said?
Yep.
And I'm going to use Divine Smite on top of this at second level.
It's your turn.
Okay. I don't know what to do. It
It is your turn.
What did it ask?
Your turn.
kept asking me for it.
Whoa.
So many dice. So so his entire body aches as you're left with some extensive, ugly bruises.
And that'll be it for my turn.
Awesome.
It's your turn.
So, Stefanos, there's nothing but dead bodies around you. But you do look to your left and see that Alexandria is, and Glory. Glory's about half dead, and Alexandria, despite dispatching 2 foes, has about a third of her life left. Some of the blood that you're stepping in belongs to the bird friend that you've made.
Ooh, I didn't realize Glory was a damage too. But, I'm gonna use Prayer of Healing
All right.
and heal Glory and Alexandria.
All right.
Target both.
So you have to target both, and looks like I only see one target. Let me clear. So Glory also is feeling a little better. She's no longer drunk. Spin right there. We go. Now I can see your icons. All right. And I think you just need to roll Prayer of Healing.
It is your turn.
And Alexandria, you suddenly feel so much better. Not completely 100%. It's not like you're having a hop in your skip or a skip in your step sort of a day. But Gloria, on the other hand, feels sober and better than she's felt in quite a long time. Now, we are up to Glory. Actually, Stefanos, you have all of your movement left. What do you want to do on your turn?
Actually, let me see. I'm gonna just take a movement towards the boat. Oh.
You're in targeting mode. Yeah.
Oh. I can't seem to exit out of targeting.
Is it not letting you move? Again?
No.
Where did you want to move to? Just ping the map and I'll do it for you.
Just closer to the...
Like over here? Or over here?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, so you'll be out of range of the ballista.
And I'll get out of... I'll end my turn.
Alright.
It is your turn.
Yeah, so Glory's sort of in the same boat. She doesn't want to get shot. There's no one else to kill down here. She's going to do the same thing as you, but she's going to move over here to put some more obstacles between her. And then she'll be sort of at the ladder if she needs to make quick work of joining the other party up on the ship. And that brings us to, I think, the first time ever, Toph. Or as Glory calls you, Tofu.
Alright, so I'm going to hit this guy to try and keep him from hurting anyone else. Let's see how we do that.
All right. And this guy is the cultist to your right, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you don't know this yet, but when you can select yourself, hold down Shift, and then use your arrow keys to point any direction you want. I think you can also use a scroll wheel. Or on a Mac, I think you can hold Shift and use 2 fingers to up and down to scroll as well. Because you'll
Arrow
find
keys
that
work best.
yeah, and because flanking matters, right? Like what direction you're aimed at.
Yeah.
So if your back's to them, you aren't going to,
But I think I'm facing correctly now, yeah?
Yep.
Close
Okay.
enough.
So then how do I hit him?
Okay, so
Go to
there
the
you go.
target icon and click on that, and then click on the guy.
All right, and now it shows that you've targeted him.
Okay. And I had my axe up, but now it's gone, so that's fine. Let me try
Well, hold on.
Did I do it? I'm sorry, I didn't hold on.
Yeah, your
Seems
dice
like
just
it.
rolled, and you hit him solid. Nice solid hit for your first hit. 19, almost a crit. And then it should have popped up a window that says roll damage, right?
Yes.
And you roll normal damage because it
Normal
was not a
damage.
crit. Yeah.
It was a 19. It was super close, but it's not.
Make ready. Your turn comes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
come on.
yeah, so you do solid damage. You bring him down about 6 hit points or so. So what you've just learned is these guys are a little bit more formidable than who your colleagues are hitting. Do you have all of your movement left? Do you have multi-attack? I'm looking too.
I'm not sure.
I'm looking. You did not rage, so you don't have that whole string of attacks.
No. Yeah, I think I.
What is reckless attack? Do you have to call that out?
Probably.
Yeah, you have to call it
Call
out.
it at the beginning of your turn.
Same with rage, I think, right? Oh wait,
Yeah.
rage.
Well,
Yeah,
reckless
yeah.
and rage, you have to say you're doing.
Do we get exhaustion levels and stuff when we rage, or?
Well, I'm not enforcing that quite yet.
Okay.
But that is on my to-do list. But once everybody sort of gets acclimated, it has been 3 years. But as you can still when people are like, "How do I do that thing?" We still are learning a little bit.
Okay, so I don't want to move. I want to stay where I am. So I believe that's the end of my turn.
Awesome, it is. This brings us to Tempe.
All right. I too am gonna target the leader.
Do I need to click something to end
And-
my turn?
Oh, did you not end your turn officially? In that combat thingy.
The combat window did not pop up for me. I'm not sure
Okay.
if it's the same for everyone else.
Well, here's how you pop it up
Yeah, I
yourself.
don't know.
On the 2 little combat encounter, like that little cross swords things in the upper right-hand corner, right-click over it, and it'll open it up for you.
There we go. Now at the very bottom, it should say end turn for you, Toph.
All right, I'm looking. Yep, got it.
Your turn.
Perfect. All right,
Thank
Tempe's
you.
up.
Sorry.
All right. Still targeting the cult leader. And as I pull out Baphomet's bow of sworn enemy, I whisper, "Sweet death to you who have wronged me."
All right. Let's see if your arrow flies true.
And we get advantage, yeah?
Yes, you get advantage.
It is
Not
your
that it
turn.
mattered. Yeah, so you had double bad rolls there. At least you didn't fumble, you think to yourself. And Dinjarin, as you see this arrow go sort of cattywampus flying away, your first thought is, holy crap, thank God he didn't fumble that, or that might have impaled itself in my head. And do you get, do you have multi-attack now? I don't remember.
It's only if I get a hit.
Ah,
But the advantage on the roll, in addition, your target gains no benefit from cover other than total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage due to the long range. If the attack hits your sworn enemy, it takes yeah. So I just have advantage on the next attack, but I didn't deal any damage. And I am going to move up to. All right.
oh, I know
The
what's going
high
on, guys.
ground.
There we go. It should be
Can't
in
move.
combat move mode.
We're locked.
Now try. It was my fault. For some reason, I had you guys in no movement mode. So Tempe, you go up the ladder. You hear the hum of the engine. You have a nice vantage point.
It is
You're
your
about
turn.
15 feet in the air. Now Salem's invisible and will become visible immediately upon attack. Glory did not attack on her turn because she couldn't. Do you think that she would go ahead and take advantage of Salem's sort of badassery or not?
Does
Yeah,
Salem
sure.
have to attack, or could he fly over and destroy one of the ballistas?
That would also be an attack.
Okay. As much as I would, and I don't know if you guys agree, as much as I'd like to say she would have Salem attack, I kind of feel she wouldn't. She would just have him watch for a little bit, to be honest. I could be wrong. You guys could outvote me.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, she unfortunately doesn't play him as a weapon. She plays him as like a kitty cat.
I think maybe she
yeah.
might have him get readied for an attack, but beyond that, I don't know if she actually.
Yeah. Maybe
And where do you think he would have him ready? Would it be the leader? Would it be doing more damage to the cultist to
I
the
still
south?
like that we're moving towards the other cultist. Gotta have them all covered.
Yeah, I think staying where he is, and if this guy were to move or anything, the one he's next to,
This
he
guy,
would have her
right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Salem's gonna be ready for if this marksman makes a move, Salem's going to attack with a melee. All right. And that ends Salem's turn. That brings us to Spanky, who's like everybody has like moved away, so he's gonna like duck down, and he's gonna duck. There he is. So he's like crouched. Actually, that was what Tyros was supposed to do too. So he's sort of crouched down behind the wall. So pretty much everyone down on the airship is out of range of the ballista itself. Right, unless they whack-a-mole pop their head up. And that ends Spanky's turn. This brings us... Wow, it's letting me take an attack with the dead person. So something is definitely not right. All right, so the marksman is up to Toph's right. Spins around, knows it's that weapon is of no use to it. Everyone has disappeared. So it pulls out its short sword and attacks Toph. And does hit you. And as you know, as this marksman is attacking you, Toph, you know, under his breath, it's like traitor, right? Like what the hell? You don't deserve to wear these robes. It has multi-attack, so it takes its second attack. Same deal. Another solid hit. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Ends its turn. And it is now the cult leader. So the cult leader targets Dinjarin, who's sort of face to face. Does Hunter's Mark do anything other than gives advantage to those attacking, correct? Or gives some benefit, not necessarily. Hunter's Mark person?
What's that? Sorry, I was reading something about my son.
Oh no, you can do that. I was asking about the Hunter's Mark and if there's anything I need to be aware of as it.
No, it's more of just on my end. I get an attack. I get an extra 1d6 when I damage, and I get advantage on perception and survival.
Got it.
Like wisdom throws, basically.
So this guy pulls out a longsword. It's pretty impressive looking from under his cloak as you attack him, and does a little whack-a-mole on your head. Oh my god. So you see this longsword, it like the hilt sort of like it just all gets sort of tangled up in his robe, and he's like struggling, you know, to sort of get it out. Clearly, you're not going to get hit, but what happens to him?
Oh, let him chop off a foot.
Oh, this is one of my favorite. Chicken hat. Out of nowhere, a roast chicken drops on your head like a hat. You are distracted for the next 2 rounds and attack with a -2 penalty. You can't remove it. At the end of the second round, the chicken disappears in a puff of feathers. Chicken hat.
Why do I
So-
think of the episode of Friends, where it's like the whole turkey is on his?
Yeah, and because he fumbled, he loses his multi-attack. And that brings us to
You are next.
this guy. Right? So he's going to step aside, which, as you know, so he's going to step. That gives Salem, because you guys had me ready Salem, Salem's going to now have to take his attack. So Salem targets this cultist and tries a melee. So
Salem
you see,
gets advantage too, right?
yep, he gets advantage. And sort of whacks at this guy with his stinger. And hits him. And as you can see, Salem's a melee character. This may have been the first time that Salem's ever attacked anybody. We also rolled an injury for him. So he has a punctured lung.
Other
He
than
coughs up.
Dinjarin.
Yes, true. He coughs up a bunch of blood, and that wound makes it past his ribs and into his lungs. You make a strength, dexterity, acrobatics check at disadvantage for many days. Yeah, but this guy can be healed. All right. So there we go. And that, my friends, ends this round. Reset initiative. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Wow, this is a low round of initiative.
The whole your turn thing's got to just stop. Do you guys hear it 50 times, or is it just me?
Just you.
Ah.
It is
You
laggy
want-
though, but
It is in my, yeah. It's very laggy. And for a split second, my entire thing disappeared. Begin next round.
Make ready. Your turn comes.
So we find, Toph, you're up first.
Okie dokie. I know what to do.
And what would that be?
I'm gonna smash this guy in the face.
And does Toph have a catchphrase?
She-Hulk smash? I don't know.
You know, I didn't think She-Hulk was near as bad as what the rest of the world did.
Oh, I liked it, yeah. It's good.
Erin's must be adjusting her camera or something, because there's this giant hand of God floating in her screen.
And no longer advantage, right? Normal attack?
Yeah, it's normal attack. I don't know if you have a camera that's like on. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Like a thumb?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
okay.
my MacBook. Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's crazy looking. Awesome. So you hit. You know, you hit with your great axe. It comes down well. Looks like your roll is hidden for some reason.
Annoying.
6 points of damage.
It's your turn.
So Alexandria, you are up. You should be able to move now. I don't know why it wasn't able to before. Because I was an idiot. You can, don't forget, you can fly.
I love
As a reminder.
flying.
You got 50 feet of
It's
flight.
your turn.
Okay.
But you have to be in select mode with to to move your character?
No, I know. I'm making a decision. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fly up 5 feet and then use the remaining 45 feet to get all the way over there.
Awesome.
I think it said token collide.
Oh, I can pull you there. Because yeah, it's like, oh, there's a wall. It doesn't realize you're flying. So you'll be basically, are you landing on the ballista? Or are you still hovering?
I would like to land on the ballista.
Yeah, and I'll give you sort of went up 5 feet and then sort of at an angle. I'll give you that. Right, because the wall's probably about 16.
As the owl flies.
As the owl flies indeed.
All right. Well, I'm here to flank this cult marksman with Toph, sorry. And let's see if we can attack. No.
It's so funny. I'm not seeing dice anymore. I must be having loading issues on my side. So did you miss? I can't see.
No,
I
have him
target.
Same issue. I have him targeted. Like, I have the little, like, blue triangles.
Yeah, you do.
See the blue circle. Yeah.
It's just not, I'm not sure why it's not registering it, but I rolled a 17. Does that hit?
It does hit.
All right.
Probably.
And then I'll roll damage. So 10 points of damage.
Is there a bonus on that or anything, or just 10 points?
No, just 10. 1d4 piercing, plus 5, plus 1.
There you go. Look at you and math.
It's your turn.
Alright, and then I'll take my second attack.
Awesome. And you're flanking him, so you get a plus on that.
I assume that hits.
That hits hard. You hit him super hard.
And then
wait, did it take the did it take off of him?
No, it's not. No. It's not registering me as so. And then it'll be another 7.
So 18 total. Right?
Yeah.
18.
It is your turn.
All right.
Flanking.
Flanking indeed.
It will be your turn next.
All right. So this marksman is hurting for certain. And interestingly, I can't target anybody either.
Next.
So let's see if this works. All right, I'm gonna have to do a quick reload on my client.
I swear, Aaron, we don't have this many technical difficulties. I swear.
I know, right? It's famous last words. Here I worked so hard to make sure that none happened. But, then work.
No, it's definitely my fault. Anytime I look at technology wrong, it breaks. So.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to kick her. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't cotton to that. All right, I'm loading back up, and then hopefully it'll fix this whatever's going on. Oh, it looks a lot different than it did a second ago. Oh, there we go. I'm back in business. All right. So targets Toph. And Alexandria, if you haven't, maybe reload, hit escape, and then click the reload button and see if that helps you too. Because it definitely helped me. All right. So this marksman, you're too close for a ranged attack. So it's going to do a thwack with its short sword. Normal roll. Oh, but it misses. You see this sword just like fly by your head, and not much else. It takes its second. This time it hits.
You are next.
So Toph, you know, your defection from the Black Cult of the Dragon is going pretty well, but not smooth. And you know, you're sort of in your soul, you're kind of happier this way, that it wasn't just walking away, like it was going out with some sort of meaning. But this ends that cultist's turn and brings us to Tempe. So Tempe's looking across the board. He sees that Toph has one under control. Thank you for the heads up. The leader is somewhat hurt, as is the most northern cultist.
I also have a sworn enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Who I get to attack with advantage.
And
Jesus.
And thank goodness you actually hit. Barely,
so
but
I
you
get a
hit.
multi-attack now. Yes, I'll take it. And we're gonna double shot. Gotta get a good roll this time, right?
You're all fools.
So
and Toph, watch your back.
Okay, loser. I'm out of this dragon cult.
No one is
Famous last
ever out of the
words.
cult. No one is ever out of the cult.
I was faking it the whole time.
my
I was
God.
never.
All right, so so like while he's talking, he gets hit again,
It's your turn.
super hard,
Stick him with another arrow.
and you see blood just sort of like splatter and actually sort of like cover the marksman behind him. And what else you got on your turn? Anything?
Nope, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Awesome. This brings us to Salem, who's visible, and I think at this point, I'm gonna call it for glory. Seeing how badass he is, she would probably just go, you know what? Maybe he's more than a bunny rabbit after all. Boom. And normal this time. Another solid hit for Salem. Roll some damage. Saving throw roll. Succeeds. But yeah, this Salem has taken this marksman to within a thread of his life. You see this marksman fall to his knees. Let's do that.
As Dinjarin's watching this, he's thinking, why am I the only other person that Salem is attacked? I mean, he took my whole finger. What is going on?
That's true. That'll be a good story over an ale with Toph. Because what Toph knows of Salem is Salem's pretty badass. But Toph, you're a little confused because your time with the Black Cult, and studying the ways of evil, like imps aren't typically the most friendly. So your inner soul sort of tingles a little bit when you think about Salem. That ends Salem's turn. Wait, does Salem have multi-attack? No. That ends Salem's turn.
It is your turn.
Stephanos, just over the edge of the ship, all you really see are like blood splatters flying into the air. It's almost comical, like the amount of blood that's happening.
How do I, excuse me, actually get onto the ship? Can you guys hear me?
And it looks like I can barely hear you. Looks like you are targeting yourself right now.
If you want to get to the other ship, you have to walk up the ladder and over across the wing.
Yeah, if that's what you're asking, you'd have to sort of go here, and then here. And by the way, you can do temporary drawing on the screen by holding down Q and moving your mouse. And every time I say that, everybody starts drawing, and it disappears in about 15 seconds.
I'm gonna make my way.
There you go. You're up. And Aaron, I'm not a real stickler about ladders, right? Like how many feet up and all that. If you were scaling the wall of like a cliff, I would be, but like with a ladder, I sort of give it as 5 feet. Right. So you're at the end of your so Stephanos, you're at the end of your movement, unless you want to use your action to dash, in which case you could use all of your movement again, or you can take an attack.
I'm gonna take an attack.
Sounds awesome. Oh, I meant to ask you, did you want me to rename your character Stefano Sparks?
That's what. Dang.
It's solid hit.
It's your turn. It is your turn.
And your loot bag. Okay, let's get you out of a loot bag again. I gotta fix that. Although, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've resurrected the death indicators from Fantasy Grounds and playing with those. They should also be loot, so you can... Right? So, as of right now, from across the ship,
Your turn next.
like, you guys have just wrought hell on these cultists. And incidentally, I thought they'd be a lot harder for you guys than they turned out to be. But they're not going to go down without fighting. There's nowhere for them to run, right? So it's not like they're going to be able to retreat or go away. The most they could hope for is to like get you guys off their ship. So, boom, attacks. Jinjarin, you need to do a wisdom saving throw. You look into the eye of this cult leader who's hanging on, and he's trying to make a connection with your very soul.
Uh-oh.
Good thing I had Hunter's Mark, because I get advantages on those.
Yep. So you succeeded. He tried to cast command on you. He has multi-attack that is not reliant, so that failed. So he's going to go with something a little different this time.
It will be your turn next.
All right, roll your saving throw. So he just reaches across and touches you and inflicts wounds.
Make ready your turn.
You frickin' succeeded again. Although at least you hurt in a bit. That ends his turn.
It's your turn.
Tyros. I think at this point Tyros would move. And by the way, to duck, you right click over your character and choose the little crouch icon. So that's a little to indicate that you're like lying low, just so you know. So he takes 10 of his feet there, and then he has 15, 20. Just heading that way. And then he's, of course, going to stay low during that whole thing. And that ends his turn, I think. So he doesn't have line of sight to anyone. Yeah, he'd hit Alexandria. In turn, I think Glory at this point would want to get in on some of the action. How close can she get?
She has 30 feet, I think.
Yeah. There we go. 20 and 10 between you guys. And then Glory. Let me look at her spell book.
She has a cantrip that she always uses.
It's Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she doesn't have line of sight for anyone. Although, wait a minute, Yeah, she doesn't have line of sight, so she's just going to end her turn and be readied.
It is your turn.
Dinjarin, you're up.
Pissed off that this guy dared hit me.
Well, he tried to control your mind.
Right, and well, obviously I don't have much of a mind, so he can't really control what's not there, right? Come on. So I'm just gonna swing at him with the maul. Why is it not letting me use my maul? Oh, I guess I don't have him. Weird.
You're not. It says you're not attuned to your maul.
No, I am. I'm not attuned to the helmet.
Oh, that's what it is. That's right. Okay.
So I attack with my maul first.
It's your turn.
Didn't do well. Oh, I hit him. No, I missed. All right. Well, so then I whip out my rapier and I attack with that for my second attack.
It is your turn.
And that also. Hey, I got a streak, guys. 2 3s.
Nice.
That's a streak.
You can never have to. Well, if this was Yahtzee, that would be handy. But unfortunately, you're not playing Yahtzee today.
And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Sounds good.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
We're gonna need a long rest.
This guy's attacking Salem. He's tired of Salem shit.
Salem!
You know, with his short sword. He has disadvantage. Hit Salem. Does normal damage. Oh, and Salem's a little bit bloodied. And you guys notice that Salem's blood's a slightly different color than yours, reminding you that he's not one of you. Second hit.
Oh.
Oh, and he crits Salem.
Row.
Oh, he didn't crit because he's at disadvantage.
Yep. Salem's hit, and that ends his turn. And Spanky's passing, and we roll initiative.
Oh my god.
It is your turn.
All right, let me roll for everyone else.
It is your turn.
All right, Tempe, you are up. Looking across the board, you see that Salem's almost dead. Another good hit. Another good hit. And,
Stephanos be up?
oh, hold on, my bad. Wait. Next.
Yeah, I'm
next
shocked
round.
that I got first.
Your turn.
Yeah, you didn't.
It's your turn.
It was my bad. I forgot to hit
Yeah.
next round. Yeah, so Stephanos, you're up. You see that there's a whole lot of blood from this new vantage point. Just barely across the way, you can see that that Salem is a little bloodied and bruised. But so is the marksman that's to his right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take movement onto the wing.
All right. Go for it. Are you targeting mode or are you in movement mode? That's almost always the issue, I found. But maybe not this time.
Open collide.
Oh, it's the wall. Okay, so let me get you onto the wing, and now you should be able to go. All right, you have 15 feet left. Yeah, there you go, 15 feet. So you have line of sight to the cult leader. The only risk would be if you were to fumble. You might hit Dinjarin. But it is Dinjarin, like, what do you care?
I do care. He's level good enough.
You do care, actually. especially since honestly, you've seen a change of heart in Dinjarin. He seems a lot less evil than he used to.
Exactly. I'm considering using my command on the cult leader to fly the ship to where we want it to go, since no one else knows how to fly the ship. Do we
Are
determine
we
whether or
keeping
not?
him alive?
Are we? I'm just considering this.
No.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna kill him in my turn if I can.
Yeah, that might be a waste.
Okay. You can be.
We'll figure it out.
We have a spare captain. You missed that.
Then I'm just
Who
gonna
you
try
probably
to-
might need to heal.
I'm gonna target Salem and Jinjarin to heal. And Toph.
Wow. The leader's like, not me. Why you not healing me?
Oh, wait. Tempe's not damaged.
No, Tempe's good.
Yep. Okay. They're healing.
It is your turn.
Ooh.
It is your turn.
I also just like,
And
oh, I feel better now. Thank you.
Yeah,
And-
Glory sees Salem pop back into life, and like her heart has been beating very hard because this is her little bunny rabbit, right? That she sort of sent to die. This brings us to Tyros. Tyros is gonna step off to the right. A little farther than that. Or about there. It's gonna target the marksman. And then he is going to release an arrow. Just a normal arrow. But he does have a disadvantage because of the obstacles in his way.
It is your turn.
Oh no, no, oh boy. Don't tell Tyros I fumbled for him. Let's roll from the fumble table. MacGyver time. Your weapon is jacked. You must spend your next action fixing it with found objects around you. So he's got to MacGyver his weapon, or he can't use his bow again. That ends his turn, sadly.
Make ready. Your turn comes.
This brings us to Salem, who's had enough of this cultist crap. Targets the cultist. You see it sort of like wagging its little stinger. And normal hit. Oh. Crits this guy.
Nice.
But the cultist did reflect it. Nope. There we go. So yeah, so the cultist managed to deflect, but he still gets to roll his from the crit table. Spell slot mojo. You regain a spell slot, or you can gift it to this gift the same to one of your party members. So who would Salem gift it to? You think? My
Glory.
guess would be Glory.
Probably Stefanos.
I'm pretty low.
Yeah,
I've
I don't.
only
He
done
does.
more.
Give the healing back.
You have to remember, he doesn't care about you.
That's true.
He's an M. He would give it back to Glory, his
All right.
his compatriot.
Done. All right, and that ends his turn.
It is your turn.
And this brings us to Alexandria.
Already. I mean, honestly, there isn't like a ton.
Which is how you like to have fun, by the ton.
Could you help me get over this wall, oh Game Master?
You are over
Thank
the wall.
you. Amazing.
Those walls are for your own protection. So you don't go plummeting to your death, although you'd be fine.
I would, it's true. All right. You know what time it is. It's time to not target. I don't think that hits either, though. That's a 10.
Yeah, it does not hit. Not even close.
All right, let's try again.
Another 10 also
Another
does not hit.
10. All right.
It's your turn.
Dinjarin.
All right, so this time for my first action, I am not going to target myself, which is weird. I'm going to disarm. I saw he had a sword, so I'm going to disarm him.
All right.
I'm just going to try to knock his sword out of his hands.
Is that a roll?
Yeah, I think it's a strength versus strength.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me do the contested roll. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was a request. Cannot send a request if actor is missing. There we go. Now I request.
No fair. Your dice hit mine, and it.
Oh, so you don't want to succeed then?
Oh, I did succeed. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I saw that I got a 4, but so I knock it down on the ground and I just look at him and say, "You don't need that."
All right, so he's
And
now
then-
so he now has lost his sword. So let me drag it to the canvas. 1 second. So he's got his. And you see this sword is not just any sword. This seems like it's got some sort of buff on it.
So as I do that, I also pull my rapier back for my second attack. I say, "You don't need that," and then I like thrust my rapier at him straight into his chest.
So you have multi-attack, right?
Yeah, I get 2 attacks.
Okay.
Hopefully, I actually hit him.
And you do a solid hit with a 24. This rapier, you know, as like this sort of happens at the same time. You sort of whack the sword that falls to the ground, and then
I use my
thrust
divine
this thing through his
smite
body.
to finish him.
There he is. So you're also an item pile, then I've got to fix that problem later. So many to-dos. The irony is, in this spare moment where you're an item pile, anyone could have looted you. But yeah, so to your right is an item pile that is yours for the taking, unless Toph grabs it on her turn first.
That is
Tempe,
the end
you
of
are
my turn.
Tempe, you're up.
Awesome. I feel a little wave of euphoria as my sworn enemy has been smited for me. And I try to move the screen over. There we go. And I'm going to help out little Salem. How fare you, imp?
Just don't fumble. That's all. I mean, you're not. You have line of sight. Just a fumble would hit Salem potentially. It would be interesting to see you shoot Salem in front of Glory, though. So you solid hit on what's left of this marksman.
It's your turn.
Let me go ahead and just be ready to turn you out of an item pile because I'm ready for that now. Yeah. So
Yeah,
at that
there I was.
At that point, you know, the world around you, as you know, all you hear is like completely silent, Tempe. Except like in a movie, you hear the corpse of this marksman sort of hit the deck of the ship with a solid sort of wet bag of sand thump.
Ew.
And the battle music subsides, and you're left with the sounds of the engine, the sounds of those magical, you know, things around you, and quite honestly, just the birds a chirping, and we end combat. And we hear yes. And let's give you.
Apparently, I lack permission for things.
Oh, what did it say?
Looting, looting.
I didn't
Hold
see
on
what it-
1 second. I'm going to auto assign your XP.
Woohoo.
And did that help anybody else?
Leveled up.
I think I helped
David leveled
everybody
up.
else. Yep.
Curtis leveled up, Adam leveled up, and Sarah leveled up. Look at that. You are all the next level. So we're going to end the game here.
Oh.
This is a good time to end. I'll let
Can
you guys.
we agree to take a long rest?
Yes.
Yeah,
and then-
actually, we do need to finish a couple of things. Let's, if you want to loot anyone, go ahead. Dinjarin and Toph, you're
Let's
both
do
staring
that.
at this sword. It looks like a +2 sword.
I'll loot the cult leader.
I didn't
Yeah.
level up at all.
Stefanos, let's see, where are you? Stefanos. Oh, you're all so close to leveling up. You're a little behind.
Hmm.
Interestingly, it must have been like there were battles that happened that you weren't part of, or something.
Remember, she was out after the Christmas one. She was out for a little bit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She was disappeared. That's right. When we did the Scrooge episode.
Right.
Aaron's were like, the Scrooge episode. What the hell are you talking about?
I looked in the cult leader's bag and I just tell everybody, nothing really great. A dagger, a sling, some armor, and a blowgun if anyone wants it.
Did you are you being honest or are you being shady? Just so you know, just so I can know.
I am being honest.
Can't be shady.
I would
Okay, 'cause-
never be shady anymore. I just have
Okay.
this urge to always be honest and truthful.
Because to be fair, it's a sling +3, a studded leather armor +3, and a vicious blowgun. So he was a cult leader. So I thought, man, he has some shitty stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
Maybe
to
Toph would
Dinjarin,
like some
it
of
just
it.
looked like a sling. I was like, I don't know what that is. Whatever.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So anyone, yeah. So like, and when you guys are done with like the cult marksman to the north, truly doesn't have
Can you
anything
turn on
worthwhile.
free movement? Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Oh wait. Actually, that's not true. For someone who needs arrows, there may be some things you want. So I'm putting on free movement. Feel free to move about.
Definitely want arrows.
I pick up the longsword though.
Okay, go for it. Glory and Tyros are gonna loot the guys down here.
Token collide.
All right.
It's a really good sling. Did anybody
It
use
is.
that?
I'm gonna fall right down this hatch.
Nothing for that one. And nothing that anybody wants. These acolytes didn't have craft, but then again, they were acolytes. And tell me when you're done with the bodies, because they will be removed from the scene.
I'm gonna take this guy's arrows.
Is everyone done with the? There's a sling +3 in the leader. You know what?
Yeah.
I think Tyros might take that. And if no one else wants it, or Stefanos, if anyone wants a ranged weapon,
No, go for it.
otherwise Tyros is going to take it.
I'm good.
Did you want it, Stefanos?
Oh, no, I'm good. And I don't know why my mic is not coming through.
Yeah, you're very soft. I have you at 148%.
You might have to turn it up in the settings in Discord. I had to do that on mine.
I'm at 100% now.
Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
You're muted now.
Now I've got to turn you down. There we go. All right. So then that goes. So the leader is gone. His crap is gone. To the right of Toph, anyone wanting that crap, or he's going to be gone as well?
There was arrows, a dagger, a sword. None of them seemed magical, I don't think.
Nope, they're just pretty standard weapons.
All right, I have to drop for a meeting. So.
Me too. That's the same meeting that you're going to.
Yeah.
And that's into that.
Have
So
a
when
good
we
meeting, guys.
we will.
Yes.
When we next play, you guys are now. Some of you are on the air tank. Some of you are on the airship. It looks like the steerage is sort of just, locked in place, sort of going forward. You don't know if it's autopilot or not. you're heading out. One of the things that Tyros does, I'm sorry, Glory does. Now that she's sober up, she checks the back of the airship, and what she sees is a frayed rope. It looks like that body has been dangling from the back of the ship and rubbing against, against some piece of wood or something, and littering the ground below. Somewhere between here and where you've been is the body of the captain of the ship. So you are now, as far as you know, you've not searched the air tank yet, but as far as you know, you are free of black cultists, with the exception of a reformed black cultist named Toph. And here's where we pick up next week.
Welcome, Toph.
Thank you.
All right, all.
Thank you. Good to. Bye,
Good to see you.
y'all.
Thanks,
Bye, y'all.
Thomas.
Thanks for playing, all.
Everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.